Hello everybody and welcome back for episode 37 of our top 5 PvP battle series. If you guys are interested in sending in your own clips, you can send them to KristoferESO@hotmail.com. Without further ado, coming in at number 5 this week, we have got OneShottino on his Magicka Warden, and just look at this. He's got 5 AD that chased him around this corner, and One Shot's just going to go for a lot of deep fissure pressure, gets really good damage into this guy here with his deep fissure shot clench combo. Unfortunately, the Earth Gore goes off and he's unable to capitalize the kill on that Necromancer there, and One Shot's just going to move back behind the pillar here and just weave in between it, making sure to keep his deep fissures down as he just tries to apply pressure to this group. He's just got that really strong AoE and that damage and debuff from it, so he's just going to make sure that he can keep applying the pressure, trying to pick out a weaker target here, and these yellow are just rotating on him. One Shot doing a great job just rotating his buffs as well. Gets a really nice smack off on this guy, unfortunately taking a lot of damage from the Necro ultimate there. One Shot responding really well with the healing ward into his vines, managing to escape that on very low HP and missing out of there, and then he's just going to reset his deep fissure here and just keep applying pressure to this yellow group, just trying to pick down these targets. And here we can see one target falling low on HP gets caught by that deep fissure shot clench combo, and down he goes. And One Shot's just going to come right back behind the tree here, reset his deep fissure, and just open up on the next target that he can find. Gets really great damage into that healer there, but unfortunately he's taken a lot of pressure from the rest of the group, just continuing to cycle his shields, cycle his leeching vines as well, and keep his defenses up. And One Shot is just trying his best to prevent these guys from getting that res up here. Here he goes again for the deep fissure. He gets the bash on the rezzing player. He gets another deep fissure down, but this guy rezzing is fairly chunky. He's holding block as well. One Shot just trying to continue to apply pressure here, getting pulled by the Dragon Knight chains, and he manages to get into his ultimate. A lot of damage coming in that Northern Storm. The deep fissures coming down. One Shot taking one player down there here, almost finishing off the second player. Gets the stun on him there. The deep fissure into the shot clench. Down he goes as well, and now One Shot has got just 2 AD left to go. And he's just going to reset his buffs here, go back into that deep fissure, and just continue to apply pressure to these guys, getting the bash off on the rezzing player there. One Shot just continuing to work on this guy here. He's got very high hit points. One Shot realizing that he's taken quite a bit of time to burn through here, so he's going to switch to the other target here. He gets a good stun off on that player. The enemy breaks it. He goes for more deep fissures on top of him, just trying to just put the pressure on with that shot clench as well. And there he catches him with a really nice stun again. This enemy player just trying his best to channel the wrecking blows on One Shot, and One Shot's just dancing around him, finishing him off with that deep fissure there. And now he has got just the tank left, and One Shot's just going to pop a few heavy attacks off on this guy, get a little bit of Magicka back, and then go right back into the deep fissures. Gets into his Northern Storm, just putting a lot of pressure on the 40k HP tank here. He worked really hard to get to this point of the fight, so the tank is gonna get whittled down, and there you see he catches him with the stun. No stamina left. What a fantastic fight. Now, coming in at number 4 this week, we have Syiija on the Magicka Nightblade, and here you see he's got quite a few red on top of him. Syiija goes for the combo with the ultimate on that player there, unfortunately unable to get the kill, and Syija's just going to work his way back up the top here, using that healing cloak to just tank out the damage, and just breaking those stuns. The shade, the juke on the shade is so good, and Syija's going to come back up around the corner, resets the shade, of course, and just going to keep engaging with these guys here. He's got the shade again if he needs the teleport, and there we see he ports right back behind the group, sets the shade down again, and is just going to keep trolling these guys with that shade. Syiija just rotating the buffs here, just waiting for the opportunity to open up and burst a player down. And here we see we've got one player coming around the corner here. Syiija goes for the pressure on top of this guy here, hits him with a great spectral bow combo, and into that Swallow Soul. Down he goes. Syija's going to reset the buffs here and just open up on this Templar here, just quickly dotting him up, hitting him with the weakness to elements, and then trying to go for that stun there. Unfortunately, a lot of body blocking from the enemy group, and Syija's just going to back out of that, takes the stun from the Meteor, just going to reset the buffs again and re-engage with the back end of this group, going for that in cap there into the Spectral Bow, a 15k crit on that Sork. Down he goes, and Syija's just going to keep working the next target here. Just continues to rotate with the Swallow Soul. There we see the Fear into the Spectral Bow. Massive damage on that guy. And now Syija's going to move on to the last player here. One of the red actually ended up running away as well, and he brings that guy down. A really fast and furious 1v5. Now, coming in at number 3, we have got Lyar on his Stamina Sorcerer yet again, and Lyar is just outside on an opposing resource here, just putting the damage down. The red player getting saved by the Phoenix set there. Lyar continues to apply pressure with the other friendly player here, but the enemy red players quickly bring the other player down, and now Lyar is in big trouble. He's got a lot of players on him, taking quite a bit of damage here. Really great double roll there into the Dark Deal. Lyar so low on HP. The super clutch precognition to teleport back, and then he's going to streak through the group, stunning them, moving up the staircase as well. What a fantastic play, and now Lyar's found himself in the tower, and a single werewolf has chased him up top here, but the rest of the red players are slowly converging on him, and Lyar's just a little bit lower on resource here, so he's going to go for those dark deals and just work on getting a little bit of resource back and kiting these guys out around the tower, trying to get a good opportunity to open on one of them. The enemy Dragon Knight comes around the corner. Lyar gets him with a good dot up into the Dawnbreaker. The splash on the execute, finishing off that player there. And now Lyar's just going to kite right back around and make sure to keep a little bit of an eye on this body. But he's re-engaging with the rest of the red there. He's quickly going to kill off one of the werewolves, extra wolves there, but taking a lot of damage from these guys. And Lyar's just going to kite right back around, using that speed, dropping the Dawnbreaker on the staircase there, going for the execute, finishing off another red player. And he's going to kite back around the side. He sees that the body here is gone, so this guy's released, and this guy here is just about to get rezzed. Lyar gets that streak, preventing the res at the last moment, and that player actually releases as well. And now Lyar's just got the 3 players left in the top of this tower here. He's just going to reset his buffs and open up on the first guy there. Gets a nice wrecking blow. Oh, he actually hits the pet there. Gets the wrecking blow on the second try on this guy. Into the executioners. This guy's so close to dead. Lyar gets tossed right up in the air by something. He's going to reset his buffs, just continue to move around the inside of the stairway here, and the enemy Templar goes for that big heal. And Lyar's just going to reset his buffs and his heals here and re-engage with these guys, trying to get another opportunity for the burst. Gets a really nice smack on that Templar there into the executioners. Down he goes, takes the fear from the werewolf, rolls back the other way, the direction change into the defensive Dawnbreaker. That's what we love to see. He stuns everything with the Dawnbreaker there and kites back around, getting his buffs up, getting his heals down. And now Lyar is set to re-engage with these guys here and just continuing to whip these guys with the dizzy swing. A lot of damage on this guy here. And Lyar takes the incoming stun from this guy, just quickly breaks it, and then right back to the pressure on top of him. The heavy attack into the heal there, just keeping his buffs up as well. Takes another fear from the Nightblade, and we've got 3 more red players coming up around the corner. So Lyar's got a little bit more to bite off here. And Lyar's just going to work his way around the inside of the tower here, just continuing to weave in between the doors, getting some good kite gameplay, and just trying to split this group up a little bit. They set down a lot of AoEs around the corner there, and Lyar's just going to charge right through them, hits him with the Dawnbreaker from behind there. Really nice damage on these guys. Unfortunately, Lyar gets counter-stunned, so he's unable to capitalize on the Dawnbreaker there, but he manages to pull a single player inside here. 2 dizzy swings into the execute, really clean cancel. Down he goes. Lyar goes right on top of this enemy Necromancer here to apply pressure again. The Necro dumps her ultimate, and she's just holding block. Lyar just dots her up a little bit more, but sees another player around the corner here. A really weird stun there, and I don't think that Lyar was actually immobilized. His character just got kind of stuck, and he's going to work his way back around and open up on this enemy Sork. Hits him with the dizzy swing, almost gets him. A lot of damage coming from that meteor. Lyar blocking the incoming meteor as well. Really good counterplay, and he's just going to dot up the Necromancer as he runs by. Go for the heavy attack into the wrecking blows here, trying to bring this Necromancer down, but this Necro is just holding block the whole time. But all Lyar has to do is just keep rotating on him, and she will eventually drop that block. And as you can see here, she goes for the counter stun because she's running lower on stamina. There Lyar dumps the Dawnbreaker. He dots her up again. He's going to reset his offensive buffs there and just keep rotating the wrecking blow. Finally connects. She's got no stamina to break the stun, and down she goes. What a great tower fight from Lyar there. Now, moving on to number 2 this week, we have got Toxic Nebula on the Magicka Nightblade. And Toxic's just going to get bum rushed by a huge group of AD coming around the corner there. They go for the alt dump. The negate comes down. Toxic manages to kite around the corner, gets a healing ward off, goes for the precognition, gets back inside with the shade, and now he's going to work his way up to the top and just go for a cheeky little sidestep as they chase around the corner there. Really good kite, and Toxic's working worked his way around to the back of the tower here, and he's just going to reset his heals here, reset his buffs, and he's going to try to engage with these guys. All the yellow converge on him. Toxic's got the shade down. He quickly teleports to the other side and works his way back up to the top of the tower, and right off the bat, just some really nice gameplay with the teleports, just throwing this enemy group off, and now Toxic's got just 2 players at the top. He goes for that big tether there into the spectral bow off the swap. Really nice combo, bringing that guy down, and he goes right away for a massive combo on the next player, bringing him down as well, and Toxic's just going to reset his buffs here, quickly bring down this Mender guard, and I like that he goes for the Mender guard focus here because the Mender is really annoying, especially if you're a caster with the Eclipse and the range stun, and now he's taking the Soul Assault from the Sork, easily tanking that out with his shields. Toxic's just going to reset the shields, shade back up to the top, tries to get the bash, he misses 2 of them unfortunately, but he gets the bash off, preventing the res there, and now he's just going to reset the shields and bash this guy, stopping the res too, goes for the combo off the bash there, gets good damage into him, but the enemy player reacts well and does not get smacked by that combo. Toxic goes for the fear, stopping the res again, and he works his way to the side of the tower here. He's got 4 players on him. He's going to drop down. He won't be able to keep the bodies down, so Toxic resets his shade at the bottom here, and he's just going to wait for the re-engage, just pumping a little bit of heavy attack into that bear. Sorry for the little bit of the frame skip there. It's just the clip that Toxic sent, and there we go. He's going to open up on the yellow as they decide that they want to get out of the tower. He quickly brings down one of those players there, and he's going to open up on the next guy here, just continuing to apply the pressure here, resets his shields as the yellow come around the corner there. Really good stuff, and taking the stun from the enemy player into the Soul Assault. He kites back around the corner again, and then the shade back to where he was, keeping an eye on that body as well. Really good positioning in this tower. And Toxic is just waiting for these guys to re-engage. They come around the corner, and Toxic wants to hit him with a nice big combo, but a lot of pressure from these yellow players, so he's just keeping his shields up, being patient, and waiting for his opportunity to go for that burst. Here he sees the lower health player, hits him with the tether there. Really nice damage to bring him down, and now Toxic takes the stun from those 2 players. He's going to reset his shields again, just continue to kite around the inside here. This guy did get the res, but Toxic's quickly going to jump right back on top of him. Noticing this guy going for the res, he quickly goes for that shift there, preventing another one, and then he's going to reopen on this guy, hits him with the spectral bow around the corner. This guy's almost dead. Toxic goes for that stealth detect, pulling him out of stealth, gives him the poke, down he goes. He's going to go for the tether into the bash, preventing the res from both the players trying to res there, and Toxic goes for the combo after the tether there. Unfortunately, he spectral bows the wrong player, so he doesn't get the kill, and he's just going to come back around the corner, reset his shields, and then prevent the res with the bash again, getting a lot of fear coverage on these guys too, just stunning them as often as possible. And now Toxic's got to do some work. He's got a lower hit point player there. He goes for the target shift, bringing this guy down, and now he has got just the 2 yellow left alive here, and the one that was getting rezzed ended up releasing, so Toxic's just got to bring these last 2 guys down, taking a bit of a beating from that Sork, but he just keeps his shields up, and yet again he's just being patient to land that big combo. There we see the tether into the spectral bow, massive combo to bring that guy down, and now he's going to go on the last Sork here, and this guy putting up a good fight, but Toxic's just going to keep rotating the shields. There we see he hits him with a really big burst, following it up with the spectral bow into the poke. Really nice gameplay from the no cloak magblade there. And finally, guys, for the #1 clip this week, we have got Hyzock on the Stamina Dragon Knight. And just look at this huge red group chasing him into the tower here. Hyzock's just going to keep his defensive buffs up and work his way up the staircase into the back of the tower. But the red group is going to follow, and just look at that. He's channeling those heavy attacks, getting the resource back. Really nice leap there. Goes for the follow-up heavy again to get the resource back. Hyzock just being very conservative with his resources here, getting chased by these guys around the tower. He's getting a lot of really nice blocks as well on the incoming stuns, and Hyzock has also got his ultimate back up. He goes for that leap, goes for the executioner, finishing off another player there. He's going to jump around the corner, snap the block in the air. Really nice stuff, and then re-engage with these guys, trying to channel those heavy attacks, getting really good dot coverage on the group, quickly dotting this guy up, goes for the executes. He doesn't have an answer to it. He goes down as well, and Hyzock's being chased by the Necromancer. He's got another Templar, another Dragon Knight coming around the corner as well. He's just going to keep on chugging those potions, channeling those heavy attacks. Hyzock goes for his Sword and Board ultimate as well to get a little bit of durability here, and he's going to keep rotating around, getting those heavy attacks off, and covering these guys with the damage over time. He wants to open up on them, but he has to to wait until he can hit an appropriate target here. So just continuing to blanket the damage over time with the Noxious Breath there is a really good call, and Hyzock finally gets that big leap. He sees his target here, hits him with the Noxious Breath into the Executioners. Down he goes. Hyzock's got 2 more players left to fight up here, and this guy, man, he's jumping ship. He doesn't want to do this fight anymore. So 2 more red come around the corner, though, and he's still got the Necromancer behind him. Hyzock just doing his best to rotate those heavy attacks, continuing to dot these guys up, keeping his resource high, gets a really nice combo off on this Dragon Knight, blocking the incoming leap as he goes for the execute there, so he doesn't take the stun, and now there are just 3 red players left. Hyzock leaps on this guy to finish him off, and a friendly yellow player, Hyzock leaves him for them. But what an amazing fight, man. So much damage. What an incredible turnaround. And for our bonus clip this week, we have got something, well, a little different. We've got SixShort coming back with the bonus clip on Alessia Bridge, and we've seen SixShort on Alessia Bridge do some trolling before, but this is something else. So I hope you guys enjoy it. A massive shout out to everybody who sent the clips in this week. Thank you guys so much for submitting those clips. It was a blast to go through all the submissions live on Twitch together, and of course everybody who made the top 5 this week. Congratulations, guys. Check out some links to these fine ESO channels down in the description below. We've got links to everybody featured here, so I hope that you guys go and show the support around the ESO community. Drop some subs for these up and coming creators. Like I said, if you guys are interested in sending in your own clips, you can send them to KristoferESO@hotmail.com, and we also feature builds on the channel, so you guys are welcome to send those in too. And we go through all the clips live on stream together, so if you guys want to be a part of the live voting process, a link to my Twitch, of course, is in the description below. We are sponsored by What the Fast. They're a VPN for gamers, and they give me better ping to my favorite games. They're free to try for the first 14 days, no credit card to sign up, so if you guys want to give them a shot, no harm, no foul. And finally, if you guys really love the show and you want to help support it, you can always become a patron on Patreon. Without you guys, I would not be able to continue to do this job that I love so much. So thank you guys so much for helping. Thank you guys so much just for watching the show today, and I hope to see you again next time. Have a great night, everybody.